come on the dais. I would like to invite our Sukatme sir. Where is Sukatme sir? Ah. So you're always welcome. You don't need invitation. I would like to invite architect Vivek Bhole sir to please come on, join us on the dais. I would like to now invite architect Sushil Jade sir to please come and join us. Engineer Sanjay Nirmal sir, I think we are just waiting for him. He should be there any moment. In the meantime, our Vice President, Mr. Yomesh Rao, and our Vice President, Shri Engineer Shashi Jadhav sir, and our Honorable Secretary, Milind Changani. So we will start with the felicitation process. Bouquet and so you'd first like to request Ishore sir to felicitate architect Vivek Bole sir. Now I would like to invite architect Sushil Jade sir for his presentation, please. I would request now Chitore Sahib to please come, and we would like to felicitate you, and your presence is always look after too. Please do join us on the dais. Now I request Kuknur Sahib to please join us on the dais, please. Mr. Male sir, you are also please requested to come and here Male. Now we would like to begin the seminar, and would request our President Ishore sir to come and give a welcome speech for today's seminar.
Respected dignitaries, all respected architects, engineers, town planners, the budding architects who are more interested in this topic, EC committee members, and all important, those who have agreed to share their expertise and knowledge in this field. The speaker, Mr. Vivek Bhole, and speaker, Mr. Sushil Jade. Thank you for accepting our invitation and ready to share your experience so far. So I think most of us are only aware about those buzzing words, AI, that is artificial intelligence. So, to attract the attention of the overall fraternity, we thought that let us meet together at some place, and because both the experts and then third expert from BMC has agreed to share their know-how about it, then it was even great pleasure for us to organize seminar on such topic. Of course, it is going to be the future. How near is the future? How far is the future? Time will decide, and of course, speaker will tell us about that. So aptly, with due discussion amongst us, we have selected this particular title of the seminar, that artificial intelligence to drive the efficiency, growth of all the working professionals, to be very honest, and an impulse for innovation when you have an easy access to lot many knowledge and records. Those will be available through AI. Because we are an organization consisting of architects, licensed surveyors, who are engineers, then structural engineers, and town planners, I think the fraternity will be mostly benefited by virtue of all such seminars. मराठीतलं एक वाक्य सांगतो की AIचा थोडा विचार आपल्याला आम्ही पण डिस्कस करतो की तसा जाणून घेऊन करावा, कारण AIला AI असं म्हणायची वेळ येऊ नये असं मला मराठीत वाटलं, म्हणून मी मराठीत तेवढा बोललो. So why this particular topic? Because we have seen the revolution through the computers, sensors, and as we all know, we were very apprehensive to welcome computers and sensors, who are now part of our life. Even these things will take its own course and will be part of our life, and then fourth, fifth, sixth, new things will keep on coming. But while dealing with the subjects, we thought that it is the necessity of all us practicing professionals, because things are to be done repeatedly, same for so many projects, so many drawings. So can we reduce the amount of efforts, human efforts, by giving certain natural intelligence to the artificial intelligence aspects? So what we thought that what is otherwise expected from the speakers, we had a good introductory meeting with both the speakers, and what is expected is that while designing, planning a building compliant to the building regulations, norms, acts, codes, building codes as well as structural codes, prevailing policies, so there is a bucket of so many aspects which are to be looked at, and there is an iterative process involved in that. So naturally the laziness in the man surfaced, and he thought that whether we can use through machine all these things to improve the speed and clarity in our work, but by maintaining the accuracy. So maintaining the accuracy will be very important while we opt for AI. We would like to know, sir, can AI involvement reduce manual errors and design iterations? Can it give us analysis of a building site, which otherwise we are going through the Google Maps, because not every time you can approach the site. Traffic बहुत जाम होता है, जाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. Then can an architect has multiple planning options under the prevailing regulatory framework for a single plot development or the same plot development? The AI can give us the multiple options to design the building. Can it give the solution to the problems which otherwise are identified by the same AI? So can we approach to the AI to support for mass housing schemes? What will be the relation between AI support and the human judgment? So with all these things, if while giving you your experience and knowledge sharing, if you can give us what are the various tools, kits, apps, softwares those are available, how far they are affordable to a medium-sized firm of an architectural firm. So all these knowledge will probably make all of them aware, those who are present here. And of course, when the video recording of this particular seminar will be seen by so many aspirants, they will also be benefited by virtue of those. This is what is the intent. So the seminar is intended that professors, professionals which are already well conversant to share their knowledge and experience to the fraternity, which will help practitioners to gain confidence about their design being more compliant to regulatory system and has better chances of getting approvals and thumbs up from the end user. So not only approvals should be very predictable, but the end user should also be happy by virtue of the design with help of the AI. So with that, I would request all the speakers to throw light on your subject. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President sir, for the welcome note. And now I would request Sukhatme sir to come and start the keynote speech, sir.
Good evening. Thank you for being here in large numbers. Initially, when we thought this is the seminar which generally Peata like body doesn't take, design and presentation and other issues, we say ki approval is our domain. Think of approval and we get the crowd, right? But I must congratulate, and our president really requires a big applause for Peata is the only body. If compare Institute of Engineers, IIA, Triple ID, Council of Architecture, none of them has touched this topic, which is not a future, but which has started existing, whether you want it or not. So please give us a big applause to our president who accepted our suggestion to conduct seminar on this topic. Now, we say AI will bring efficiency, it will bring speed in approval, but I doubt, President sir, we see lot of speed in refusal. That is, without AI we get refusals very fast. We don't require AI for that. For approval, we require AI. That is what is somewhere that hypothesis is getting challenged. Like refusal क्यों fast आता है इतना AI के बिना? So efficiency is there already in refusing the proposals. Now, when that news came to us that AI will be introduced in approval and Softtech has been asked to use some techniques so that AI will be introduced in approval process. So as such, आमचं धडधड वाढली की आता नवीन काय येणार इकडे, जे आहे तेच चालत नाही धड, आणि आता जे नवीन तुम्ही आणून काय आम्हाला काय काय करायला लावणार आणि काय वेगवेगळे भरतनाट्यम नाचायला लावणार ते काय कळलं नाही मला. पण स्टील आम्ही खडबडून जागेतच आलो आणि वी डिसाइडेड कि एटलीस्ट विल हैव अ सेमिनार. प्लीज़ निर्मल जी, आपके लिए चेयर खाली है, प्लीज़ कम स्ट्रेट टू द डायस. So please, the thing is now, AI, let me understand, artificial intelligence is something which is artificial. I know, like whenever I used to teach first year basic design, I used to tell them there are 7 types of intelligence. One is academic intelligence, one is linguistic intelligence, one maybe the intelligence which athletes they have. So there are types of intelligences, but now this is something artificial, meaning you artificially start looking intelligent, and that is why artificially start looking intelligent, but actually you are not. So people get offended when I say ki so and so message you have put which has been downloaded from AI, right? The public looks offended. Nothing to be offended about it, because today there are 2-3 websites are available. You give the 10 points and say you write a speech for me. The AI will ask you whether you want speech for 2 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Just imagine, AI is not bothered. He says content is 5 points, but they can expand the speech to 10 minutes. They can compress the speech to 2 minutes. So imagine how casually this all must be happening. I very regularly see in 3rd year, 5th semester, just imagine, Ardha's architect zalai, 5th semester. He is using AI. When I am giving automobile mall to be designed for that, after the plans, everything has been done, they have websites. On website pe they say ki I want the looks of the building which should look like a Comet car or which should look like Ambassador car. And building comes out like that. All these magic shows, 3rd year students are doing it. So AI is not new for any student, nor even PowerPoint presentations which can be generated. Slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3, everything you get. Now just imagine, artificiality is such boring thing. For example, if I wear the smile like this and whole seminar I move like this, how it will look? Human touch is very important. Students come to me for recommendation, and sometimes I tell them ki you bring what you want me to write, and students come with AI generated recommendation, which is so sweet, so perfect and so generic that I just change the name and it can be fit to any student. And if such recommendation letter goes to American universities or it goes to some European university, they straight reject it. They want a human written recommendation letter where I talk about the personality of the student. So AI will give you magic shows, AI will give you other things which I am seeing now what is happening now. Now I've bought some small PowerPoint presentation. Don't get scared. Only 7 slides are there. In 7 slides, I'm going to touch to that aspect of when we are thinking of putting AI in the approval process, how it should improve and where we require actually AI's use. For data analysis, for retrieval of data, for complexities, for working out premium, for whatever, there AI will give you accurate thing. Where brain gets fatigue, then AI is used, then it's useful. When there are chances of lot of human error, and human errors are masked by complexity of the rules, then their AI will come, will say, look, it's not complex at all. For computer, nothing complex, right? So whenever such issues are there, their AI will 100% help. So I think just start my PowerPoint presentation. uh, why AI-based approvals are must now? Because if you'll not do it, you'll be too late. Entire world will laugh at you because approvals which you are doing it are manual based, which they will say ki, what you are talking of. There, when pinpointed missile can be thrown from 2000 kilometer and they can just destroy just a small tower also, like you must be showing the Modero's abduction, how this has happened and how clinically and surgically it has happened without even a tree falling on the road, the man was picked up. So this accuracy only computer can give. Even today also, even 20, 25 years before, the landings were always AI. When plane at night time was getting landed with the AI help only. Next. See, now I'm coming to direct. Now threshold has reached and high time to upgrade to AI. The basic logic behind the delays in approval or discontent amongst the stakeholders, because wherever discretion plus complexity comes, there is a risk of delay in approval. The discretion word is very important. Delays in approval tend to appear when rules are complex and unclear, officials have high discretionary powers, and processes are slow and unpredictable. These all things apply to our system, unfortunately. Huge discretions are there, right from sub-engineer. Now, right now, there is one new sub-engineer has come, whose name is Bhushan Patil. I said, now architect is trapped between two Bhushans. one MC and one sub-engineer. या दोन भूषणच्या मध्ये आमचं धान्य दळतंय म्हटलं. Delays in approval does not arise out of competent staff alone, incompetent staff alone. It arises out of weaker system also. If you provide a proper system, automatically there will not be any chance for delaying the things. And I hope AI will be injected or AI intervention in approval will happen so that we see these days. Next. Now, approvals are limited. This sentence is not written correctly. Approving people are limited. I have to go to a person who has 15 files and he says ki अरे तुझा नंबर आज नाही, तुझा नंबर म्हणजे बुधवारपासून सुरू होतं की पुढचा सोमवार, त्या सोमवारनंतर बुधवार मग पुढचा सोमवार. One person is dealing with, so and I don't have choice other than, so whenever approvals are concentrated in few hands, there are chances which scarcity creates a reward. Timeline is uncertain. There is nobody is going to ask him. And rejections are subjective. Rejections are subjective. There is no logic. Same approval somewhere has approved where this has been subjectively. So this is the second point. Third point is delays in approval are often survived because of gains are high, risks of non-accountability. For delay there is no punishment. And enforcement is inconsistent. So these are the reasons. Now this also is very important. New entrants, if you go to that green slide, fourth line, new entrants adopt rather than resist. The thing is so rigid that new architect who come, pass out, they adopt, they never resist. So this is also a bad sign for BMC-like authority, where in approval stakeholders are speaking these language. Now, increased dependence on fixers. Why fixers should be required? Why there should be somebody, you go to him like we used to do in past, like when the case comes to some court, after 3:30 judge goes, we used to ask the clerk, अरे हा जज कोणाचं ऐकतो जास्त, त्या लॉयरला काम द्या. See, this is the fixing which happens, which is also AI should remove it. Next. If you reduce the discretion, there will be less misuse. If you reduce the delay, there will be less desperation. If you reduce the complexity, more, and if you reduce the opacity, there will be more accountability. So AI should do this. And that is why digitization, online approval, AI-based scrutiny, fixed timelines are effective anti-delay tools. AI should do this next. Making approval faster, smarter, more transparent. BMC approval is not just the technical process, but it's a coordination of rules, people, and its experience. AI will not replace architects, but architects who use AI wisely will lead the profession. This is what is the tagline. AI is something like as you carry the mobile, knowledge of AI is as essential as that. It's not for generating WhatsApp message or it's not for generating speeches, but it's for solving the complexities of your life. Next. Now, advantages and disadvantages, this I tried to work, like how the site monitoring will happen. If AI makes the mistake, who is accountable for it? Cannot interpret the gray areas. Gray areas will not be interpreted. Depends on updation of the regulation. No negotiation or licensing ability. साहेब सही करा ना असं AI म्हणणार नाही. त्यामुळे AIचं इफेक्टिव्ह कसं काय होईल मला कळत नाही. AI will not take legal responsibilities. There is a risk of over-reliance on AI. And advantages are very simple. Faster pre-compliance checking, reduces human calculation errors, if at all they are. There are sometimes we force them to make calculation errors while calculating the premium. अरे जरा चूक कर ना ठीक ना 3 करोड कमी होतात माझे. Fast calculation of project payment, that will happen. Auto-generated reports will happen. एक रिपोर्ट मध्ये जस्ट फॉर चेंज ऑफ ग्रामर कॉमा इकडे टाका आणि ही लाईन तिकडे करा त्यासाठी परत फाईल जाते. इफ इट इज AI जनरेटेड नोबडी इज गोइंग टू ऑब्जेक्ट टू दॅट. Data retrieval, very important. If file reaches the commissioner, file is in Gautran, if commissioner wants or the fellow who is having discretion wants, he can click a button and find out how many Gautran proposals have approved, how many such concessions have given in all past commissioners. It's not that and that will strengthen him or that will support him. Discretion has been used in this manner. So data retrieval, and that not only the data retrieval in which our citizen search happens, it will come out with intelligent solution given on that. You ask a question whether in so and so Gautran how many such concessions are given. So it will give you so and so commissioner has given this, so and so commissioner has given so and then contradiction and somebody has given somebody no. All that data will come within few seconds, and that should really increase his speed. On the contrary, as one of my colleagues says, that will put pressure on him not to approve something, because we will also have the data. If my case is refused, I can say there are 107 cases which has been approved, and it might give me a base to go to court even. So somebody who is refusing something, he will get some sort of moral pin on his negativity. Predictable discretionary powers, that is what I am saying. When we say discretionary power, मला पाहिजे ते करणार. Actually, it is not so. Your discretionary power is also predictable. Within that framework, in past the discretion has been used in this manner, and you are supposed to use in the same manner. So, when all files go to BMC for 7th signature, and 7th signature happens, every officer has put everything on commissioner's head, and he has to approve it. So when he approves, he gets a lot of data, so which supports him. Next. Now what is the conclusion? AI improves speed, accuracy, efficiency. Human expertise ensures judgment and accountability, and best result will come with AI plus experienced professionals. Thank you, everyone.
That was, as usual, Sukatme sir at his best. I would like to felicitate Engineer Sanjay Nirmal sir, and I would request our President Ishore sir to please do the honors. Now we may move to the next step, and we'll start with the presentations from the speakers. We start with architect Sushil Jade sir. So now a small brief about architect Sushil Jade sir. He's graduated from the Pune University in the year 1997, and he's currently doing masters in advanced computation in architecture and design. He is a practicing architect with experience in all sorts of projects, including industrial, commercial, institutional, residential, and social buildings. Architect Sushil Jade and Associates even got an award as a senior architect under Premnath Associates. He is really fascinated by exploring new technologies in architecture. He thinks that AI is a double-edged sword, though, so we should be careful with it. Now let's hear from the speaker himself.
This is architect Sushil Jade here. Thank you, Peata, for giving me this opportunity to present a few of my slides. Thank you, Ishore sir. Thank you, Sukatme sir. Thank you, the committee members. So, artificial intelligence, the efficiencies, growth, and innovation for architects and engineers in their practices. So the topics I'll be covering up here. So moreover, I'll be talking about the introduction part of it, the basics of the AIs, and maybe if all of us are aware, but still I will introduce refresh the things, how exactly the AI works and how are the possibilities out there. So I'll be covering introductions, a brief history about it, then AI in construction industries, a shift from rule-based to pattern-based. What is that? We'll discuss it about. Then after AI applications, I'll be discussing some of the applications which are useful to architects and designers. Then I'll show some architects, global architects and Indian architects who are using AI in their design processes. Then maybe the possibilities and the limitations of AI. Maybe if time permits, we will discuss about the future architectural studio, how it could be like. And the lastly, if AI designs, can architect go on holidays? So, we will conclude with that. So I'll start with what is AI actually. So AI is an automation to think. So it thinks like human brains. The artificial intelligence means an automation that could do tasks which are usually done by human brains. This task includes learning, solving problems, understanding language, recognizing the patterns in data, and making decision out of it. AI uses large amount of data to learn and adapts it without needing a specific instruction. So it is automated process which engineers which works amongst itself and gives the output. So what is AI? So how AI works is, so I don't want it to, I didn't want to bore architects, and so that's why there's comical representation of it. So in first step, you can see the prompter has given a prompt, what kind of recipe we want it, and this is prompt given to an AI, and the AI starts finding out from the buffet of the data and collects the data for the as ingredients of its recipe, and then some brain gym it does is and find out the patterns, analyzes the data, and then come out with some kind of guessing game. So guessing game is the output which people may, the prompter may like or not. So sometimes it becomes very helpful, or sometimes it becomes very irrelevant as such. So this is how AI works. So AI is basically a data-driven automation. Then not today. So it has started with some thoughts long back. So architect Nicolas Negroponte has put forwarded his idea about a concept of thinking machine for a design. It began in 1970s. In his book Architecture Machine, which imagined a computer that could learn from surroundings and work together with a human brains, human designers. So it's a long story behind. Then this is how architectural practice goes on. So it like the phases of the different architectural practices. So first we used to work on modularity and standardization. If we remember, we used to use stencils for drawing for furniture. So those kind of modules we used to use, and those modules we used to repeat and make the designs of it. Then came the computational design part of it. Computational aids, like computer aided facilities we came across. What is computational designing? It can be like CAD softwares, ArchiCAD, Revit, and then BM softwares. So with that we started doing the design part of it. In that, essentially, we must have to have some knowledge about architecture and the standards about it, and then only we could draft on the automated software. Then came the parametric design. The parametric design, what refers to is it's a algorithmic pattern parameters which are given to the softwares like Grasshopper, then Rhino, and the Dynamo software from Autodesk. So with those parameters, it started designing, like the architects like Zaha Hadid, if they design with parametric concepts of it. And now we are into an era which is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a pattern-based designing process wherein automation is used to find out the references, analyze, process, create the output for the final output as a design. So multiple AI platforms are there. So we'll be discussing those as well eventually. So for architects, how AI works for architects. So what an architect require for designing is site data, the building codes we refer to multiple libraries, material libraries, then clientele requirements. And all those datas the AI will be referring from the past history, from the millions of references it has on blockchain. Blockchain is a data bank, we can say it, like multiple data sources connected together, and it pulls out the data from those blockchains and processes it and analyzes it. It tries to find out the patterns what we as a prompter exactly require, and then suggests some output which we can call it as a smart, efficient architectural solution as such. So this is how it is. Then I'll talk about the shift. What is the shift? What exactly the AI is going to bring in front of us? So the shift is we are shifting from rule-based designs to a pattern-based design. So here what I am referring to as a pattern is pattern of data. So various data in the historical data, various millions of floor plans it analyzes, and it finds out, it pulls out the data as a pattern, and the majority pattern it processes, and then it gives us as a solution for our problems. So earlier rule-based was, in rule-based practice, the architect's role was to build a logic. To build a logic, we must have some logic to particular things. Like if as a rule, we follow the bedroom door should be 900 as a standard. So that is the rule. So if, for designing, we follow that rule, and we keep the doors in 900 only. Wherein in pattern-based design, if AI finds out the door, multiple references, if AI finds the door should be, bedroom door should be 1 meter, then it will suggest, it won't suggest that standard rule-based thing. It will suggest the majority data it has found, and it will suggest us the 1 meter door. So this is a shift from previous like design process to new AI generated designings. So how the shift affected the office of an architect or any designer for that. So earlier, not traditionally, but conventionally, we used to sketch first, then do model, then render and analyze, and it used to take hours to process the things. Wherein in AI augmentation, we have a picture what we exactly want it. Maybe like what do you call दूसर picture, blunt picture we are having in our mind, and we can prompt it the AI, and it gives hundreds and thousands of variations, wherein you have to just filter out what is relevant to you and what is not, and then choose 3 out of it. So this is how AI benefits to us. So here, the task of an architect, because of this shift, the task of an architect or a designer is very responsible now, because earlier it was a kind of worker and who used to follow the rules, wherein now we have to judge the pattern which AI has pulled out, and now we are responsible to judge what AI has given. So now our role is like a supervisor. So for worker it is easy. For supervisor it is a tedious job to responsible job, rather I should say, to monitor the designs. So architects can never take holidays, I mean to say. So these are a few of apps or platforms, I would say, for multiple things we use for in our office in architectural practice. So for design concepts or a very preliminary kind of images, or if we want to build up, we can produce images on Mid-Journey, so Adobe Flyer and Google Gemini. Then these are few softwares we use for rendering and animation purpose. So Nano Banana is very powerful software nowadays. It has become. D5 renderer is it was existing earlier as well, but now it has got the support of AI, so that it detects the multiple patterns from the images available on the internet data, and it produces very beautiful images. So this was about the animation and rendering part of it. Now about the form generation, there are some softwares like Rhinoceros, which is now supported with AI tools, and it works very well. So then we have this Forma AI, which is built by architect itself. Architect Carlos Bano has built this software. So very effective and very powerful software it is. Again, all these things except the rhinoceros, everything works with the references on the internet available. So these are some softwares to generate the form. I would like to play one AVI which is on YouTube. Architectures this software. So this can give a. I'll just play the movie for you. थोड़ा volume is. So this is AI powered software for planning and that's okay. At least we can. So all these softwares are in evolution only, but there is no software which has like come out with on AI which is like a full stop or a saturated or confirmed output. Everybody is developing. It is like AI itself is a premature baby as of now, and it is machine learning. The machine is learning to learn the things, and it eventually it will learn from its references and it will develop itself. So this is how we can use the AI tools for planning purposes. And so even the planning, if you change the length, it changes the room layouts. So multiple parameters we can set out here. So it changes entire parking layout once you differ the boundaries of it. Then we get output on AutoCAD from that AI, and we can process it further. We can make all the drawings, detailings. Okay, so I'll close this now. Again, the Arc design is also good software. Then there are plenty of softwares available for sustainability of the in architecture. Autodesk Forma is very powerful and very authentic. Then this Ladybug is one of the again very authentic software which runs with software with it's a plugin for Rhino and Grasshopper. And it gives real-time data and the climatic condition for our designs. Then for project management, Autodesk AI is coming up, and there are plenty of software. ClickUp is one of the AI-based software, which is general AI project management software. So now we are into whole new era of the construction. Maybe in future we won't require any drawing for the construction. So everybody will be having a tab, and with augmented reality. Augmented reality is evolving tremendously. and we can use those facilities for the construction and project management as well. Then few of the architects who are using AI facilities. So and how they are using, I would tell you. Zaha Hadid Architects has created a ZHA platform. So ZHA is basically they are leader in parametric design and complex, smooth, fluidic shape they usually design it. And their problem was like how to get the detailing, how to get the paneling, how to detailify the things. So they had developed their own sort of AI platform, which actually calculates the entire segmentation, entire multiple polygons, geometry at the back end while designing the building itself. Then Froster Partners, they are also they have this surrogated model platform which they use for climatic conditions to judge the climatic conditions in the building. There are a few architects who are effectively using the AI tools like Sahil Tanveer, who is a very good architect. He is good thinker and writer as well. Team Fu is one of them who has developed their own platform. So, altogether, there are some big architects who has developed their own platforms to design the things. So, how to like it is not necessary that AI should pull out the data from general data blocks or general internet, but it can pull out restricted data as well. Like in if BMC or some other authorities wishes to adopt the things in approval process or in maybe scrutinization process, so they might build a data source which is restricted only to their bylaws and their own parameters. So maybe the general AI tools won't be affecting there won't be any prompt who will judge the AI. I mean, like Gemini cannot scrutinize your floor plan. So they must be developing their own AI tools to assess the plan, to scrutinize the plan. So again, this moreover in Indian context, there is like image generation and form generation is in the practice moreover, and very few are using actual AI softwares for designing or floor plan or any other further detailings of it. So the possibilities and limitations of AI, if we want to discuss, so it definitely, as Sukhatme sir discussed out, it has very huge potential. It saves a huge time because of its automation. A tedious job task get very easily solved because of its powerful imagination and the references it has. Is just imagine a person who has lakhs of floor plans in as a reference to judge others' floor plans or to generate a floor plans as a reference. If they have lakhs of floor plans, he's like it becomes a powerful tool to us. Then there are limitations. So the authenticity of the data, which is very critical part of it. Like when you get an output of something, so who will take the ownership of that data? To who will authenticate the data? This is correct or this is wrong. So those are few of the limitations. So lastly, AI, if AI designs can architects go on holiday, so it's difficult to conclude that this thing. So this fear is to everybody when AI came into the practice. So if this fear was was for every professional like lawyers, artists, various bankers, IT coders. So it is for everybody. So it is, and it is going to have a multi-directional impact as well. That like social impact. So somebody will be workless, somebody will, some inefficient person can show some efficiency through AI. So it is going to change the scenario. The philosophical impact as well will be there. The economical impact and the job market again. So maybe. So coming back to my question, if AI designs will architect go on holiday? So I think yes, if anyone that do not follow the stream of this technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Architect Sushil Jadesar, for the wonderful presentation. I would like to invite President Bishore sir to felicitate आपलं Chief Engineer उनगे sir. Now we move on to our next speaker, and he's none other than architect Vivek Bole. I would like to give a short brief about him. Architect Vivek Bole is the chairman and managing director of Vivek Bole Architects Private Limited. Having 30 years of professional experience and designing various types of buildings, including residential, commercial, hospitality, institutional, and lifestyle architecture. Delivered more than 3,000 plus projects in around 80 cities in Mumbai. A key strength of his practice is the integration of technology with design, including BIM and parametric designs, and the latest, which is the AI-assisted design. His data-driven decision-making for complex projects. His design philosophy blends technological sustainability and constructability, resulting in efficient and future-ready architecture. Widely published and a frequent speaker, he has received 90 plus national and international awards and continues to influence contemporary architecture practice at a large urban scale. Now I welcome architect Vivek Bole to please start the presentation.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so next 1 hour, I think. So next 1 hour, if you absorb something, let's say 5%, when you go home, your next project, you give me the credit, okay? So I don't call AI as artificial intelligence, I call it architectural intelligence. Take any technology, it starts with very basics. We know there was a wire. 40 years back, a text message used to come. Then came the trunk call. We used to book the trunk call, and at night, 12 o'clock, they used to say, okay, it is connected, now you can talk. And now, we can talk live, okay? So technology which started from text and reached to a video. And probably in coming time, it will be a three-dimensional video, what we call virtual reality. So something similar is going to happen with AI. It started with text. And then we are expecting that in coming maybe 2 or 3 years, it will be interacting in three-dimensional forms. So there are so many of these softwares available. And they are changing. By the time you adopt some app, it changes. So believe me, I invested more than 4 lakh rupees last year, and it is wasted. Because 2 months back, whichever app I was dependent on is obsolete. I'm using something new. We'll be focusing on this design. And in design, there are a number of these softwares. So the first thing what I did, I started taking, first every app gives you some chance of testing it. So I tested all of them. Then to really get hold of it, you need to pay. So I paid them, and eventually I had to pay so much of money, and because many of these softwares are not available in India, believe me. So I have my app store logged in on USA's number. Okay, and that deducts money from my son's pocket. So he used to call me in the night, Papa, what are you doing? $200 gone. Okay, and then finally he blocked that account. So now this is a list of AI apps in 2025. There are so many, it is very confusing. Believe me, I'm using right now more than 40 of them. Okay, and I don't think I'll be using them in next year. So if you check this LLM, large language models, large language models are basically the heart of AI. Those are the servers, you can say, where the intelligence is created. Like he said, putting data into it, giving it logic, and then making it a brain like human. And then there are those different technologies where you connect, like he said, blockchain. So there are blockchains and block graphs. You use that basic LLM, and then you create number of different apps. So these are basic LLMs, like everybody knows OpenAI. The whole thing started with OpenAI. Okay, let me know how many of you use ChatGPT. Quite few of. Okay, and then how many of you have Perplexity in their mobile? Okay, good. So by end of this presentation, I expect everybody of you try Perplexity. Okay, so very basic software. ChatGPT gives you hypothetical answers. Okay, this Perplexity will give you rational answers. It will check the data. Okay, and then there is something which is little more. You can go for a deeper thinking. Like you use Google Gemini and you ask it to go for deeper thinking. It will go through number of websites, maybe hundreds of them, and then it gives you very, very authentic data. So this is Perplexity. So I used to call number of my friends. Last time I called Milling 2 days back, and then I used to call Tarun Bhai a lot. A basic question in 33.9, if I have got 2 wings, one is rear, second is sail, will I get the benefit of 2-meter wide corridor free of fungible as composite building? Perplexity will give you the answer. Okay, Perplexity knows auto DCR, it knows your NBC, and also it knows each and every seminar Peata has uploaded on YouTube. And it has decoded it into a text, and it will refer that and give you the answer. Yes. Why? You uploaded it on YouTube. So there are many of these. Like I keep on asking, anything, immediately go on Perplexity, ask a question, a plot of 22,000 square meter in the going under redevelopment, 50% buildings are older than 30 years, whatever, and it will keep on giving you the data. And it will refer everything, and it will give you genuine data. So this is text against text. And it will even give you FSI. You can ask any question, like here 1200 seat multiplex in Mulund. How many gents, WCs and urinals I have to provide? It will give you everything regarding that, and it is authentic. And if you ask a further question, is there any concession given? It will go and it will tell you that in many of these cases, although this is required as per NBC, but provided are so many only. So you get the idea out of it. Ideation, a very basic prompt, like a theme for a very creative library. And the number of options it has created, the software, it's a stable diffusion. The software is called Stable Diffusion. It's an open platform, open source platform. So you can get many ideations out of it. Then there are a number of these softwares from text to image. Firefly, this is Adobe's app. Photo. So many people use Photo for, getting their own photos. You feed your one photo and you get 30 out of them and you can put it on social media. We pick GenCraft, Canva. Many people I've seen using Canva because it is there on some social media website. People download it and they use it for, changing the age. बुड्ढे को young बनाना है, young को बुड्ढा बनाना है, बच्चा बनाना है, whatever. Now coming back to our own subject. See, you are called a design architect, okay? So I use this for my purpose. So whatever research I have done is mostly towards design. LookX was a very basic first software which we started using, where you give very basic input and you give the prompts. So the prompts are pretty simple: modern office building with retail on lower floors, random opening on side wall, whatever. And then it will give this option in 30 seconds. Okay, so if you get a rendered view in 30 seconds, it's free. Okay, unless you really want to use it repetitively, for first 100 times it is free. So I gave a very basic lobby, that was the input. So it's a rehab building. I give that kind of input. It's a SketchUp, basic SketchUp view. I gave a very basic prompt and I started getting these options. And if I don't like, I just go on clicking and it will give one more option. One more software, Visoid. I used it a lot, but then better results are in few of the next softwares. So Veras is a plugin. You can use this plugin in almost any software, in AutoCAD, Revit, SketchUp. And this was a very, very dirty or maybe pathetic kind of rendering which my staff gave me as a first cut. And the client was forcing, "We kuch to bhej." Okay. Now, how much time you require to make it really presentable? So let's say maybe 6 hours or so. What about 1 minute? And what about a second minute? And then the third minute. And then you send it to the client send me a thumbs up. Okay. And it is rational, it is logical. So it is not any hypothetical building which people, in most of this AI, this thing on social media, you see that gravity-defying architecture. You believe it is artificial, it is hypothetical. You can actually regulate your AI very well. This is one app. We use it a lot, but this is one video which was available, converting a very basic sketch. And again, that sketch was generated out of AI and gave it to the software, and it gave me the rendering. So how much time it takes? Hardly 1 minute. And it is presentable. So that is Prom AI. Prom AI can do many other things. For interiors, you can use it. For architecture, you can use it. Meshi is very interesting one. You feed one image, just one image. Now, all these apps are there on net, and they are free. Go and test them. You use it for more than some time, then you'll have to pay. Then they'll say, okay, now upgrade. Both ho gaya. Free mein both ho gaya. And then you get this wireframe out of it. The image gets converted into wireframe. And then what we do? We convert it into wireframe. We take a different angle. We feed it to different software. And it gives fantastic rendering out of it. I'll show you that in the next few slides. This we saw. Then this is one plugin, AI-based plugin, generate plan. So the outer edge, is given to the software. This is the face where the window has to be there. This is a place where the door has to be there, and then it generates the plan. And then you have got parameters, and you can create iterations, number of iterations, and once you are satisfied, you freeze the plan. Finch 3D, this is a plugin, AI plugin available in many platforms. You can use it in CAD, you can use it in Revit, also in Rhino. And look at the number of iterations it is giving. And you get number of iterations, you stop, you can change, you can edit, and it gives you in 2D as well as 3D. Hyper.io is for high-rise building to design a core, the efficiency of the core, the structural system, and even the internal layout. So the layout of the building. So a very interesting one. We are using it for one of the tower, which is 320-meter tall commercial building. Test fit. This is one for site planning. There is one small video for that. I hope that works. So you can actually give the requirement. There is a plotting layout or there is a parking layout to be done. Give the requirement and then it will arrange. The building it will arrange. And everything is in 2D as well as in 3D. So now we need to understand there is a difference, a large difference between algorithm and artificial intelligence. And most of the time, people have combined them together. Algorithm is a program written as a process. It is predefined program where the program knows this is the input and this is the output. AI is unpredictable. AI goes beyond algorithm. So they combine them together. So most of the time when, like I paid for one for presentation, it is called napkin.ai. And it's a costly one, but does fantastic work. And then as an AI software, I started using it for presentation. I found it to be algorithm. It's a process. So then you get it repetitive kind of thing. So this is a combination. So you get parking layouts or building layouts or even the bungalow schemes marked. This is one AI app layout. Now I don't know why they want to force that AI everywhere, you know. And then the input is in CAD, the output is in CAD. So this is one stage ahead where you can generate the plans in CAD. Probably this is one of the very few AI app which takes input as CAD. Most of the time, the image is the input, or the text is the input, or both of them. But this is one of the very few one which takes CAD as the input. And then you get iterations, various options for furniture layout. You can select one, and you can then go for detailing, and you can export it as PDF or CAD. I'm using this one. Now this is supposed to be for Europe and US, but now I'm doing 2 master plan. So I'm doing Fort Precinct, a very huge master plan of Bora Bazaar and Ballard Pier, that whole area, 630 odd buildings. And then we are doing 1 master plan for Mahalakshmi Precinct, so almost like 7 hectares of the area. So this is the particular AI app. It's useful for that. You give it a location, and then it starts giving you the data. So data, like you ask for anything, roads, amenities, you can ask for religious structures, toilets, coffee shops, and you will start getting them. And it's in the presentable style. So you just pick the slide and paste it. So it has asked for the bookstores. So it has marked the bookstores on the layout. So this is a population density graph. And then it gives you the storytelling. Different layouts. It's fantastic. Like today I had to give a presentation at 3 o'clock. And presentation was almost ready, not complete. And it was a big layout, 110 acres. Anyway, the presentation has got postponed tomorrow. So we got a lot of data from here and we created those six, 7 slides. Okay, this is one more AI app where you, okay, why it's not working? Okay, here you can actually do the planning, internal planning. We just saw that one software called D5. Okay, so there are a lot of these rendering softwares, and they are real-time rendering software. So what is real-time rendering software, by the way? So what we used to do, make a wireframe, put a camera, and then give it for rendering. After, let's say, 10, 15 minutes, you get a frame, and then you edit it in Photoshop, and that is the image. But real-time rendering is like those games, where once you create the environment, you just walk through those spaces, and it's a real-time rendering. And then wherever you want, you just stop and you take the rendering out. So if I have to go for any presentation of a big layout, then I would need 100, 150 different renderings, one of the best one. So we started with Lumion, which is a very basic one, and now after trying Unreal in lockdown time, shifted to finally D5. So D5 is a very interesting rendering engine and cost effective. And it has got a lot of those AI models which are inbuilt. So what it can do for you, like that basic frame was given and it gave you these options. And when you give a wireframe, you can give a reference file to it. And like any AI software, the environment is set accordingly. You ask it, it will set the entire environment, the lighting system, the mood, everything. So by words or pictures, by reference it will set. And then textures, you can add number of textures. In fact, if you don't have the texture, it will create a texture for you. If you have got some very, not so good kind of image file for the texture, it will make it high resolution and use it. So environment is created in a blink, in fraction of seconds. I would leave it to you to explore. There are few design architects I have seen here. So I think they will have to explore on their own. Any low resolution texture converts into high definition. And you see that line, which is there, the mapping line, the AI makes it continuous. So all the defects, they are removed. And then you can convert text to 3D. And then there are different enhancers, which we generally go in Photoshop to do. They are there inside the software itself. So all AI facilities are inside the software. Now, I started writing this software called NeoCAD. My company's name originally was NeoModern. And then I started writing this in '93. And since then, whenever I get time, I try to update it. So I have created a number of utilities. So when AI came in picture, I started improvising on that. So recently, what I've done, whenever the file comes from outside consultants, there are a number of those unnecessary layers in the file, and the data is always, hodgepodge. There are 10 layers with the name wall, parking, so multiple parking and text. So I don't know how many text layers are there. Now our office has got its own standard. So this is my office standard. So these are, I call them valid layers. And which are the green are the layers which are present in the file. Here, these are the existing layers, which are the red are from outside. So they are not valid layers as per my office standards. So we wrote a software where with a click of a button, it goes through it. I took a LLM, I connected it with my visual list programming. So I use DCL language for that particular dialog box. And there is a basic visual Lisp. And then I connect it with AI. And then it converts those invalid layers into valid layers. It changes the name automatically. It combines the layers. It transfers the data, whether it is outside or within the block. I hope it shows it. Yeah. It has just clicked and it has converted. So here you can see, by click of a button, it just changes all the layer names into valid layer names and transfers the complete data. Then one more software I have created, which is called AccuCAD. So in this particular software, it removes all the drafting errors. However good drawing you have made or your draftsman has made, there are those drafting errors. There are those fractional errors. And they become very tricky when the file goes to particular softwares like eTabs, or it goes for Aluform manufacturers. They said the drafting is not correct and we are redrafting it. So I have created this software. So it detects the number of errors like this. It knows there are those errors, and with a flick of a button, the entire CAD drawings gets changed. So it removes the number of errors out of it. ChatGPT, everybody knows ChatGPT, but how many of you know that ChatGPT can do actually a lot of programming for you or customization for you? In fact, that one software is sufficient for you to teach entire AI. You start with that only. Ask it, I'm a beginner, what to do? Okay, so I do a lot of programming in ChatGPT, and trust me, 4 months back, when I used to do C# programming in ChatGPT, so it was a plugin for Grasshopper, it used to create errors. And when the code is given to the software used to crash, and then I again used to go to the software ChatGPT that there is a crashing, this thing happening at particular location, and ChatGPT say, oh, sorry, I missed this point. Okay, and that used to happen. In last 4 months, the ChatGPT has trained itself to such an extent. In fact, there are many other programming AIs. They have trained to such an extent. Now ChatGPT, if I tell it that this is a mistake there, it says, cannot be possible. The mistake is at your end. It has gone that confident and gone that flawless. And it writes those different codes, like this code is written for a PowerPoint presentation. So many of us don't know that PowerPoint has got a VBA micro. So you insert a VBA micro in a PowerPoint presentation, and it does a lot of things for you. And that code is written by ChatGPT. So this is an AI-generated image of BDD Chawl. So we claim this to be the biggest urban renewal project in the country. And believe me, for such a huge model, any rendering engine will fail. Okay, it will not work, it will not give the image, but AI gave me this image in 2 minutes or maybe less than that. So just few prompts converted that day into night. Even that day was created out of just a basic box. This is one museum we are doing in Bidar, a place called Basav Kalyan. So already at the finishing stage. This is AI generated. So because the rendering, there was never, the stage never came for the rendering. The work started so suddenly, we never had a rendering. And then they said, okay, now we want something to put in the paper, newspaper. So we said, okay, I'll give you. And it's hardly any time. This is that Mahalakshmi temple. They suddenly said there is a court case and we have to present something to the court. So I said, okay, give me some hour or so. And then we generated all these images in, let's say, 40 minutes or so. And then I sent him this. You know that backside, that is that road, coastal road. And when I sent this, they said, okay, but right now there is this construction happening, but you show some garden there. And I said, in this much time, how can I show the garden? But this is how I gave to the AI app. I said, okay, put some garden there. And next minute, I got this. And then the best part, it's a government project. My client said, very good. Okay, so this is a twin tower we are doing at Bangalore. Now AI has become so intelligent, and this is in Gemini. So a software called Nano Banana. So this is one image generated out of a basic model. I said, okay, give me some different angle. This is a different angle. Okay, one more different angle. Okay, this is a different angle. Top. Some day view. Okay, so, and how much time? Less than 5 minutes. Every rendering, this AI apps takes 30 seconds, okay? This was very interesting. I don't know if my client is here somewhere. So I was somewhere in Worli. The meeting was in Tardev. And they said, oh, okay, at least aaj to rendering dikhna hai. Okay, done. I got this from my office. Now this is ideation. No developers here, right? Okay. So by the time I reached Tardev, I had this image ready for the ground floor, and they liked it. Okay, even I liked it because the prompts were right and the input was correct. So, and this was the penthouse. Okay, so that was less than 5 minutes. One more project where a lot of ideation was required. This is one ashram we are doing for Brahma Kumaris, and a tricky one. They wanted some character. Now, see, आप तो बेटी आपको मालूम है हम तो काफी काम करते राइट सो उन्होंने बोला गिव मी सम कंसेप्ट सो आई गिव देम फर्स्ट वन कंसेप्ट दे सेड वी वांट लिटिल मॉडर्न ओके दिस इज मॉडर्न दे सेड नहीं वो पहले वाला अच्छा था एंड देन आई सेड ओके चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट मेकिंग इट सो दिस वाज जनरेटेड देन द सेकंड वन आई सेड थोड़ा ग्रीनरी बढ़ाओ तो ग्रीनरी मैंने बोला अरे यार वो बीच का ये डोम निकालो ओके ठीक है डोम निकाला देन आई सेड थोड़ा वाटर बॉडीज तो इट पुट द वाटर बॉडीज ऑन द टेरेसेस ओके नो यू डोंट हैव टाइम इफ यू हैव गॉट इनफ टाइम यू गो फॉर द कलर कोडिंग विद द प्रॉम्प्ट्स एंड यू टेल देम दैट at the red you put water body, at the green you make a garden. And then I got the final picture, and once this was finalized I said okay this is it. Then I said different angle. I said put the national park behind. This is in Mira Road, the national park behind. I said okay little from top, okay detail at the entrance, every detail, and even the central fountain. And there is this museum which is next to it. Okay, so creating an idea is very easy in AI. It can actually deceive anybody, but finally you need to rationalize it. Okay, so we are technical people finally, so this concept is not really generated out of AI. The model was generated through algorithm in Grasshopper, but then the surrounding, I gave that one model and I got these surrounding options. Again, less than 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's all. See, this is for ideation. Once you see, your brain starts working. What looks good? Your client wants more options. One of my clients, he said, "Vivek, lobby का 5 option भेज दो. अरे भाई rendering कौन देगा? पैसा कौन देगा?" So then this is the best, okay? And he's happy. So this is how I generated the form, and I use lot of coding. So this is a C# coding. And this is my favorite language. I do a lot of coding since last 30, 35 years. And this is the circuit which has made this form, very rationalized form. The internal structural system, we are working with JW for the structural system, even the cladding part of it. So the rationalization is through a process which is not AI, it is algorithm, parametric algorithm. But then the previous part was AI. This is one more project where we are doing this whole model in Rhino and Grasshopper through algorithm. So again, same thing, the algorithm is there, the circuit is there. That is the basic form which I created out of algorithm and gave it to the software and created this. But this is rationalized. This is technically rationalized form. Now I'll feed it to AI to get good renderings out of it, and it is like this. But that is not the subject right now. This is very interesting one. I had this one wall in my office, and I wanted one wallpaper there. So I thought I should create something which is unusual. So people go and sit in that particular cabin. Initially, all the buildings look alike. Then they realize that every dome, every entrance, every column, and every window is different. And every building is different. And then most of them, they don't know. So they ask how you did it. भाई पूरा यूरोप घुमाऊँ, हर बिल्डिंग के सामने बीच में बैठा हूँ, सबको हटाया उधर से, फोटो खींचा. So then this is very interesting wallpaper there. So you can imagine if I have to design something like the new Bombay High Court, okay, I can give 50 options. The classic architecture, it is so easy to generate. You give one design, it will give 100 designs in next 1 hour. Midjourney, very interesting one. I use it a lot, and now Midjourney can generate good animations as well. So very easy for prompting. I gave a very basic prompt to ChatGPT, designing an indoor children's play area for age group of 2 to 12 years. And ChatGPT gave me this whole essay on the topic. I just cut and pasted that into Midjourney and got these options. Next second. So if I have to put something into the brochure, the client wants the brochure, where there is no approval in place, he wants a brochure. Okay, so give something interesting to him. This is one of the living room I did for one of my clients, very fussy. Vivek, mera double height aisa dikhna chahiye. I want this kind of minimalistic character, and show me your project, show me the rendering. I need to see the rendering. I said, how much time it takes to make the rendering? Take this. So I made him sit in front of me. Chal, 4 में से कौन सा option अच्छा लगा? He said this. I said, okay, this one. मैं बोला और option लेते हैं ना थोड़े. And then give him 5-10 options. So ChatGPT can do wonders. This Midjourney and ChatGPT. So ChatGPT for prompting. You ask ChatGPT to write prompts for Midjourney, and it will do rest of the work. A Haveli in Rajasthan. And the number of options it can create for you. मतलब पहले हम लोग थकते थे, क्लाइंट नहीं थकता था, अभी क्लाइंट थकता है. Resort in Rajasthan again. So I said, कौन से स्टाइल में चाहिए? किला वाला चाहिए या पैलेस वाला चाहिए? So it will go on. Then these are the videos. This is one museum we are doing in Wardha. We call it Gandhidham, from Charkha to Chandrayaan. That is the name of the museum. And these are few renderings we created for that. This is Gandhi Kuti. None of them are the photos or videos. They are artificially created. And then there was one musical fountain. So I said, give me 4 options. We are doing few airports, so we have been given a refurbishment of 8 airports in the country right now. And the presentation, existing airport without disturbing the movement of the passengers, just to, with the help of the cladding and some pasting or change of the floor, minimalistic change of the floor. So Goa. Well, the theme, entire theme, the rendering is done in AI, Calicut. Now you can imagine, you can notice all the backgrounds. It is taking, in fact, you have to train the way AI thinks. So when we started creating the prompts, we actually asked it to research onto the local language, the vocabulary of architecture, and we trained the particular thread, created the prompts, and then we used them in different softwares. Indore, with that typical Malwa art. Pune. Trichy. And this is the last part of my presentation today. So while doing BDD, now it's a big scale project. Lot of complications are there, although there is modularity, but keeping proper supervision on the execution, because we are also the PMC for the project. We use some technology which is, we call it digital PMC. And we use this LiDAR scanner, which are along with lithic and thermal scanner. We use them inside the constructed area, and then it generates a model. So we have got a Revit model which is ready, and then it generates the model something like this, and the deviation can be checked in comparison with that. So the AI algorithm can actually detect and checks the quantity and the work which is already done. So we have trained the AI model to detect and understand that this is a window, this is a pipe, horizontal pipe is for, let's say, fire, vertical pipe is for rainwater. So it detects and it calculates the quantity and the work done and the deviation. So I've got my beam model and the on-site in-situ model, the comparison of it in 2D as well as 3D. And it detects all those deviations and color codes them from 1 to 2 millimeter, from 3 to 4, and up to 8 centimeter. And then the defects are identified. The AI identifies the defects. So it can check the cracks, honeycombing, or anywhere it is chipped up, or even somewhere there is a leakage which is happening. The software detects and put a mark on that. And then you go to that mark, you actually understand what is that particular defect. And it gets marked so that we can actually tell the contractor to rectify those. And the final check is the leakages. So this thermal scanner also check the curing and leakages both. So there are this number of AI softwares. You get hold of few, train onto few. Believe me, they are not forever. They are going to change, they are going to update. What you need to learn is to learn fast. Because whatever you learn today, you have to unlearn tomorrow. So softwares are unlimited. I have got subscription of more than 120, and I'm using more than 40, but then the possibilities are unlimited. And in very near future, when the input is going to be CAD, then it will be that AI going to scrutiny your plan. Till then, we'll have to wait. the LLMs are not qualified enough or not advanced enough to take the input on CAD and give the input in CAD. Okay, so once that comes, which will be in next coming 1 or 2 years or maybe 6 months, we never know. And then certainly this will be, the plans will be done in AI, the scrutiny will be done in AI. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Architect Vivek Bhole sir, for such a wonderful presentation. It was a very knowledgeable one from professional point of view. I think on few clicks and few buttons, architects and engineers will be able to serve their clients. As you rightly said in the start of your presentation, that it's not artificial intelligence, but it is architectural intelligence. Once again, thanks a lot. Now it's time to move on for the next presentation. Our next speaker will be I think I must give some small words for him. He needs no introduction. He is the backbone of AutoDCR and EODB. In today's era, the online approvals which we are obtaining, he is completely responsible for it. He is none other than Engineer Sanjay Nirmalji. Please welcome him on dais.
Thank you very much. Here the initiator of this ease of doing business, Vinod Chitore sir is there. He is the person who has given me the opportunity, and we moved ahead. Will you please show my presentation? Basically, we have started from hard approval to soft approvals. And further, we are moving by use of artificial intelligence. By seeing earlier presentation, prior to that, Sukatme sir's presentation, it's a very wonderful presentation. As I feel that I am giving the presentation of that those days during the ease of doing business start. And he shows how is the approval we are getting. These are repetitive informations we need to put in the different approvals, different NOCs. If I want fire NOC, I put same information. If I want traffic and coordination NOC, same information is required. If we require estate NOC, same informations are required. So like this, these repetitive inputs will not be required henceforth, since we are moving ahead in the form of artificial intelligence approval process. So there was a data of 1 decade since 15 May 2015 we have started, and now we have passed, and we have huge data. And for any, Vivek Bhole sirs, we have seen the presentation. If there is a data and if there is a proper prompt, so you will get number of designs, number of alternatives, number of things. So we have data, we have regulations, fine regulations, and we have experienced architects. So we get the logic from them, and we make further intelligence. We can develop further intelligence so that the approval process can be very intelligent. So I think I will not mention that it is artificial intelligence because this is a digital assistance, we can say, in the approval process, because whatever the approval we have already issued, what the regulation says, so all these compiled together, and it becomes like one digital assistance for you. So it will get the entire approval very fast. It will be transparent. Whatever the authority sees in their lens, and in the same lens you will submit. Rather, both what rejections happen, so both will be the same way, what he is thinking and what you are thinking. Many of the time, if there is a missing in data or missing in regulation interpretation, so there will be a variation in the response. So such such thing will not happen if AI intelligence or intelligence, some smart intelligence comes in approval process. So this will be the transparent and trust based. Whatever you submit, whatever you submit, the drawings, CAD drawings, beam drawings, or whatever the documents you upload. So if that documents are very fine and as per requirement, then definitely response from the authority will be in the similar way. So there will be no ambiguity, and whatever the approvals issued by the authority, it will be digitally signed and authentic, and there will be a system logs to audit at any one point of time. So this is a trust-based system. So artificial intelligence implementation in the approval process, it will be a very advanced stage. It's not happening. Next. So in this approval process, I will in this presentation I will present you why AI in process. So why AI in building permissions. So you have seen Vivek Bole sir's presentation or earlier that presentation. So how the digital world or digital pattern is changing. So the architects which are interacting in current phase, so those are now of that type of categories. So everyone is changing. So that's why there is a need to have such a approval process where the more intelligence is required. Since you are seeing in building proposal department, there are the, after every 3 years there are transferring. So how much plans they were scrutinizing, about some hundreds or some thousands. When you go through this AI system, no, they tested on the 5,000, more than 10,000 plans and the proposals. So the input which is provided by professionals and output we are getting those. So number of approvals and number of rejections, those all are studied by the system, and accordingly they will provide the perfect informations for the approval process. So I will details about the AI. What is the AI? What is the AI? It is already covered all earlier speakers. So how it save your time? So you all are aware how it is but in system how it will be. So I will tell you. So AI features and their benefits and changes, what process flows, and expected from the professionals. So these points I will cover in this presentation. Next. So prior to add further intelligence, how it was earlier. So repetitive data, we as I have mentioned, many of the times Sukatme sir, Shashi Zadav sir, and all these, we heard lot punches from them that what you are asking for. So these all things will be eliminated. Whatever the drawing, CAD-based drawing you upload, so those data will be directly captured and incorporated in the common application form, 33.7 form, 44.69 form, whatever the NOCs is required, only fire department's NOC, whatever NOC is required, whatever the different department applications on airport authority or whoever required the information, those all the informations captured from the drawing, so that it will be captured and incorporated in the common application form. So there will not be repetitive informations every times you interpret some other way, or every times you will have to required to search for the regulations, under which regulations I should develop, what are the inputs, what are the clause mentioned in that. So you just put whatever your drawing is there. So accordingly, it will be provided the regulations. Evenly, it will say, if you are going on 33.7, go to 33.7 or add 33.12b in this, so that your FSI will be more. So like these suggestions can also be available in this system. It will directly mention which authority you will have to submit the proposal, because the application is so smart. He has gone through the all historic data, and accordingly he mentions that since your proposal is coming under the influence zone, or their height restrictions is something, so you will have to approach the airport authority or national monument authority, whoever the authority, or you will have to obtain the stormwater drain major nala remarks, or traffic and coordinations. RL is affected. So like this, whatever the data available in layers in the DPGIS, or whatever the earlier approval in that precinct, so that those all are captured in this system, and it will show you that these NOCs are required, and you will have to apply for that, and automatically it will applies, and you will not have to eliminate, or you will have to just confirm whether you will have to send it or not. So he will suggest you, he will assist you whatever you want, and accordingly it will act in the futuristic type. So remarks, whatever the remarks are precisely he defined. He will textualize all the required reports, and based on the regulations, based on the notification, and based on the earlier approved data. So you can ask the questions for them, like the boat will be there. He will be educated, and he will respond your questions based on the earlier approvals and based on the regulations or current notifications. So like this, and it will upfront communicate you in which in whose console your file is, and on how much days it is pending with him, and what is the next after that, and he will precisely tell you how much time further it will require for the final approvals. So based on the earlier data. So all these will be incorporated in the system. Next. From atomization to intelligence, we have established our single window clearance system, where we have interacted with the different departments, and end-to-end interaction. We have CAD scrutiny model, ATO scrutiny model. So all these we have inbuilt in our system, but we are moving further, and intelligent approval we are providing. So every rejections, every approvals, it will provide the code, it will provide the name of the regulation, it will provide the notifications details. Like this, every rejections also is every approval also. So it will be predictive governance. Whatever the plannings earlier, and whatever the earlier approval procedures and steps, so it will communicate in advance how the approval will be and how much time it will take, and about the true decision support and governance intelligence. What you can say, governance intelligence will be in the system, in this approval system. Next. The steps which currently we are followed in approval process. So in the application stage, today in ATO DCR, you all are aware, manually you fill data, upload, share files, manually entry in the scrutiny things also. There is a need to provide the input of plot area and built-up area and plinth dimensions, parking area like this. So it will, in the next, when we implement this intelligence system, so it will be captured from the CAD drawing. It will check the documents required, and prior to submission you will have to upload those documents, and then thereafter it can be sent. So till the uploading these documents you can't send, and evenly the uploaded PDF document, it will go through each contents, and accordingly he will put his remarks in the report. And if those validations are, those NOCs or those uploaded documents are not valid or concerned with this proposals, then it will be, it will not be, it will say this is wrong documents. So you will get the remarks like that. Like what the Vivek Bole sir has shown, virtual reality and augmented reality. So these all can be possible in the site inspection process. So this will also be included in the system. In the stages it will be added, but it is incorporated in the system. Predictive dashboards are provided at each level, so that how much load in every individual officials are there, so we can able to find out. The authority can find out, authority can accordingly change or add officials, or eliminate who are not performing properly. So like this dashboards are provided. It means digital, we are transforming from digital processing to intelligent and proactive governance pattern. Yes, next. What architects get? Like as mentioned, the clerical work which we are earlier doing, so those will be morely clarified, or more clarity will be inbuilt in the system. So 24/7 bot help will be there. So you can ask any questions, or you can ask the your file proposal number. Earlier you will have to go on the citizen search and put the file number and get the information about where your file stuck is. So now you can ask to bot direct with the file number. He will directly tell you where the file is, or how many days file in with him. So rule search in a plain language, you can directly ask what is the front open space required for 12-meter road and this much height building, and like this you can ask anything, whatever required questions related to the regulation, it will directly show. Evenly you can see the clause and PDF of that particular regulation content. So this can be seen in this rule search engine. So autofill forms I have mentioned already. So whatever the data you have uploaded, accordingly it will be incorporated. Concession made easy, because all concession reports will be precisely prepared by the system only. So there will not be required any input, or some experts need to draft the reports and all these things. There is no need to such a deployment of the individuals. Next. Generative AI rulebook search is provided, where you ask any plain language question and system search the rulebook or notification, and accordingly it will give the response. It will help you rule search, regarding the rule search and rule references. This will save your time and clear your doubts. It will provide earlier reference approvals also, where such approvals you have already received in that precinct. So, and since it is a totally inbuilt and within our domain, so there will not be, this data will not be transferred to anyone. So in other softwares, which were developed, Genaya or any what you have mentioned, so data will not be transferred. But don't know, in future some data will be definitely moved from one place to other place. But generic AI rulebook will be helpful for you, that it will directly provide the information regarding the historic data and regulations. Next. During the drafting of the plans, or whenever you draft the plan, as Vivek Bole sir has shown in his presentation, some missing data are there, or some lines or some doors are missing or windows are missing. So such a drawing, incomplete drawing, if you upload prior to submission of the submission to authority, it will directly mention you that this part is wrong, this why it is missing. So, and it itself will clear it, and it will ask you whether it will be corrected or it will be proceeded further. If you say yes, then it will be moved further. So like this drafting errors, whatever we are observed, or authority rejects for the drafting errors, those will be cleared at your end only prior to submission of the application. And accordingly associated that whatever the documents required, property card or whatever other related documents, so system will ask, you will have to upload these documents also. And if you upload the same documents and same content, it will verify the contents also, and accordingly make the changes. And if not, the content is not varying, so then it will show that this document is not required, or not as per the requirement. So like this drawing can be corrected. Next. Concession assistance. As I mentioned, based on the regulations requirement, what is the drawing scrutinized, it will prepare a report, and based on the earlier approvals or historic data, and based on the regulations, notifications, it will prepare 4A, 4B, 4C reports, and there will not be requirement for consume your time for doing these activities. So it will be very confident for you during the submission of the approvals, and save drafting time and ensure standard rule aligned concessions. Next. As I mentioned, document verification atomization, it will verify the documents, and thereafter it will be submitted. So during the submission stage only it will be cleared. So there will not be any ambiguity during the submission. Next. Communication. So upfront it will tell your file is from X officer is transferred from Y officer. X officer has mentioned remark like this. So or if he rejected, then this is the rejection content, and you will have to. It will also guide how to correct it and how to resubmit it. So like this, it will direct assist you regarding your rejection also, and it will upfront tell you the approval, further approvals also. Next. Dashboard, as I mentioned, so each level, each information is communicated with the authority, so that which officer is loaded, what the rejection remarks are not proper, improper rejection remarks. So like this, or where the developments are going on. Evenly it can able to find out in which area the sizes of the flats are luxury, which area economical flats are being constructed. So this will also support you that how much economical housings are being constructed in that particular sector. So like this, this will provide the data, evenly where TDR is generated and where TDR is utilized. So these informations can also be interpreted through the dashboards, or it will directly provide you such informations. So bottlenecks which were observed during the data analysis, it can be removed. Success matrix KPI. So approval time we observe by implementing this intelligent system. Ward-wise, zone-wise, sector-wise, we can able to find out how many proposals in that particular area is being approved. So individuals' efficiency can be judged. Average resubmission cycles cases, we can find out citizen architectural satisfaction based on their inputs, we can able to judge. Then first time right rare, so those proposals which are correctly approved, from whom it is submitted and whom it is being approved. So such things can also be identified. So these are the some success parameters we can able to see, and accordingly we can make changes in the software in future. Next. So everyone has a role during the development of such a software. Every stakeholders have role. So architect have role, they should submit the correct plans, check rule before submission, respond quickly to the remarks, whatever rejections are there. Their feedback is also required. So we expect their feedback also, maybe positive, maybe negative. So that the system will be improved. Once if we'll get these informations from the stakeholders, the system will be improved. What the scrutiny or department officials required? Use standard digital review process. So every stage, every scrutiny process, the digital assistance or AI support will provide the informations. Accordingly, they will have to. One more important thing I would like to mention, that there will not be replacement of any officials or replacement of any professionals, because this will make whoever the professionals smart than replacement. So whoever the officers who functioning there now, they becomes very smart due to the data, and they will not be replaced. So so they will have to observe these things, because data will be received, but if those are not reacted on that data, so it will be waste. Give a clear, whenever the rejections is there, the system will provide what the rejection remark he will have to incorporate. So earlier by saying that since file is pending from along with me more than 10 days or so that I reject it for missing documents or something. So in this system it will not be possible, because you will have to clearly mention why you are rejecting and what the regulations it attracts, or whatever the notifications are attract. So that so there will be a system audit for every rejection. There will be a analysis of particular officials also, whoever rejecting these things or whoever approving these things, and these are their proper records will be maintained and audited regularly by the system only, not any intervention. IT cell and the teams, other teams, so they have also responsibilities that keep system integrated with the security environment and ensure good system performance, update rules and regulations, whatever the regulations are uploaded or notifications are received, accordingly they will change the system. Provide training and support. So these are the IT related requirement. Whoever the officials or administrative officers are there, they will have to regularly give the target or verify the rejections or approvals or dashboards. Citizens also requirement, there is a citizen requirement that they should give their inputs, so that we will become further smart or improve ourselves. So submit complete information and track application status online, give regular feedback. These are the requirement from the applicants and citizens also. Next. Trust governance. So, fast approval must be safe, transparent and fair. So, whatever the approvals we issued, so it will be audited, regularly audited. Whatever the approval or rejection, it should be, it should mention rules and regulations. Whatever the suggestions we have, we will have to accept. But we will have a discretion, still there is a discretion with the officers. They can accept or reject also based on the AI informations. But for rejections, data will show that this much proposals you have approved. So whenever he can't dare without or he is using his discretions. Security control, yes, we will manage these things. Security control and activity logs will be maintained in the system. Human approval, final decision always made by the officers only. So I have cleared these things because whatever the information those have shown or disclosed, so final approval is with the officers only. So they will not be replaced, not will be underutilized. Operational control, whatever the system is there, it will be published and it will be communicated to Peata, MCHI, NAREDCO, whoever, or there will be a notification, whatever the changes in the portal, so that whatever the changes in the system, it will be disclosed in the, or published in the system. Approval, false approval or rejected, we will be reviewed why it is rejected, why it is not approved in time. So it will be reviewed and accordingly decisions will be taken. As I mentioned, officer can override AI recommendations. So officer is the final authority to approving this. Yes, of course, if we establish the system, so there further improvement is required. So there will be a continuous improvement in the system. So we will review the system and accordingly we will change the requirement, modify the system as per requirement. Next. This is the phase-based implementation. In the first phase, as I mentioned, we are implementing. But yes, based on the your inputs, based on the systems requirement, we will modify system further. Whatever trust-based or tamper-proof verification system, it will be implemented. Like what I have mentioned, virtual and augmented reality disclosure and inspection, site inspection will be eliminated by this implementation of this. So this will also be implemented further. Forecasting means during the development of this area, which area is not developed, so why it is not developed. So analysis, eastern suburb and western suburb imbalancement. So this will be reviewed at large, and accordingly the development will be made like that. So that Mankurd area is not developing properly, but there are getting lot many TDRs, whereas western suburb is developing lot, and those are getting utilizing more TDRs. So like this, it will be reviewed at large, and accordingly the changes will be made or communicated with the authority who is developing the development plans. So whatever the applications, resources, we will utilize, optimum utilization will be there. So as per the development of first phase, second phase will be implemented. Next. What the AI touch points in the permit? So application first phase. So application, the plans will be at the planning stage or submission of the drawing only, it will be reviewed and the errors will be rectified, or attachment of the documents, those are verified. Verified documents, whatever the document you have uploaded, that it will be checked and their content will be verified. Plan scrutiny, the whatever the plan you have submitted, by verifying or scrutinizing the officials, it will be rejected. So rather that, it will be, whenever you upload this plan, it will be scrutinized first, and accordingly you will get the result response, and you can change it prior to submission of the application. PDF review, whatever PDF documents you are agreement or any agreement between the two parties, or whatever the names reflected or area reflected in property card, or other NOCs, annexure 2s received from the MHADA authority or other authorities. So whatever the informations you submitted, it will be reviewed or verified with reference to the uploaded drawing, with reference to the your submission, or with reference to the your requirement submitted in the common application form. So it will be reviewed smartly, and issue of permit. So whatever the scrutiny officers are there, so they will be assisted by these AI agents. They will review, they will verify the historic data, historic approvals, and accordingly their reports will be generated by the system. And if he is agree, or he can modify from his as his own, but it will be shown to him, and accordingly it will be processed further. So outcome of this, what happen, there will be a fewer queries and faster clear approval. There will be better coordination, less efforts to track the NOCs, and better predictability for architect and applicants. So you can predict how much, within how much time it can be able to approve, or within how much days your OC will be received. So like this, it will be predictable and certainty in the approval process. Next. As I mentioned earlier, it does not take the decision. It gives the information, it gives the data, and final approval, it is to be given by the authority only. So it only speaks about whatever your submission is there, and whatever the data is there, whatever the historic approvals are there. So it will show these things. Whatever the uploaded drawings replies to those remarks, and take final professional responsibility. This is the requirement from the architect, that they will take the responsibility whatever you submit, whatever you submit the drawing or upload the documents, he is the responsible for that. And of course the officers is the responsible whatever he conclude, and whatever he gives the approvals. AI assistance, what it is, he extract the data from whatever your submissions are there, and accordingly, based on the regulations, based on the notifications and historic approvals, it will respond. Again, I have mentioned officers' decisions are final. Officers review AI output, apply human judgment, and issue approvals, remarks. Whatever remarks he issued, it is fully audited. So there will not be any controversy, but he will have to mention why he is giving, keeping aside the AI reports. So he will have to mention like this, and accordingly he can give the approval. So it will be speed up the work by reducing the manual efforts and confusions. There will not be any confusion. There will be definitely accountability with each other. Accountability with the stakeholders also, accountability with the officers also. Next. So this is the what we are planning. There is a committee established with the inclusion of the Peata members, and we are proceeding further. Timeline is there. We are trying to make it complete by prior to 31st March, so that our MC before MC sir's retirement, and its first version will be cleared within up to the 15th of the February. So we set a timeline for us, and accordingly it will be implemented. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, all the speakers. सुशील जाडे साहेब, तुम्ही आणि विवेक भोळे दोघांनी आम्हाला एका वेगळ्या विश्वात नेलं आहे. सो इफ ऑल दी ऑडियन्स इज ॲग्रिंग, दिस इज ओनली विल बी द बिगिनिंग ऑफ आवर इंटरॅक्शन विथ AI. नॉर्मली मी माझं एकदा इंट्रोडक्शन झाल्यानंतर परत स्टेजवर येत नाही, पण मला निर्मल साहेबांचं सगळं प्रेझेंटेशन झाल्यानंतर आमच्या सगळ्या लोकांचे चेहरे कसे दिसतात हे बघायचं होतं. तर निर्मल साहेब, तुम्ही चांगलं प्रेझेंटेशन केलं. त्यामध्ये फक्त असंच म्हणायचं आहे की बरंच काम करावं लागेल, जी काही कमिटी आपण स्थापन केलेली आहे त्याच्यामध्ये. कारण पहिले त्या AIवर आपला NIचा भरोसा आला पाहिजे, नॅचरल इंटेलिजन्सचा, तुमच्याकडनं आणि आमच्याकडनं दोघांकडनंही, आणि नंतरच आपण ते ऑपरेट करू. त्यामुळे ती एक विनंती असेल की लेट अस गो स्टेडी, डेव्हलप वन बाय वन त्यातलं जे काय करायचं आहे. कारण अदरवाईज बघा, वी आर इन हरी टू गेट अप्रुव्हल्स अंडर AI सो दॅट वी गेट फास्टर अप्रुव्हल्स, बट स्टील वी वॉन्ट यू टू गो स्लो फॉर इम्प्लिमेंटिंग द स्कीम, दी न्यू स्कीम. मी आजचा जो टॉपिक आहे त्या हिशोबाने चान्स घेऊन, संधी घेऊन उंडगे साहेबांना विनंती करतो की AIच्या बद्दल आणि AI आपल्या डिझाईन, ड्रॉईंग आणि अप्रुव्हल सिस्टीममध्ये याबद्दल तुम्हाला काय बोलायचं आहे ते आम्हाला थोडं मार्गदर्शन करावं.
गुड इव्हनिंग ऑल ऑफिस बेअरर्स ऑफ पियाटा आणि आमचे कलिग्स सर. So today's topic is regarding artificial intelligence. It's a very nice topic taken by the Peata, because the future is very, very important, and in that future artificial intelligence nowadays has to be incorporated in every field. Now our field is slightly different, because in these fields you have to create some designs, plannings, and that is the first part, and then thereafter process of approvals, that is the second part. Now we have seen today the presentations of various persons. So in the first part, the two presentations were regarding preparation of plans and designings. So that was the first part that related to your work basically, because you have to create a design and prepare a plan for the proposal of any building or layout like that. So that you will definitely get the help of any various softwares and different that AI availability on the platforms, and through that software and AI intelligence you can create a good designs and good plans that are that is the first part. In that, after that, that plans has to be submitted for the approval process. That presentation is done by Mr. Sanjay Nirmal. It's a very good thing that the BMC is also taking the initiative, and very, very at early stage, because AI is just at initial stage, and at this initial stage itself BMC is introducing the AI in the building plan approval system. It's very nice thing, and it will be very much helpful for you, because nowadays what intelligence, we are saying that artificial intelligence, but nowadays what we are using, that officer's intelligence. Because why officer's intelligence? Because you know that at many times when you have to submit a proposal, or if you have already submitted the proposal, if it is in process or there are certain issues, then you have to go and approach to the particular officers. Many times you are coming to me and asking the many things. Normally what you ask, सर ये मिलेगा क्या, ये इसमें ये थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, ये ओपन स्पेस ये कहाँ तक मिलेगा, इसमें ये परमिसिबल है क्या, ये रेगुलेशन में ये ऐसा लिखा हुआ है तो ये परमिसिबल हो सकता है क्या, या ये कितना दिन में अप्रूवल हो सकता है. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स. नाउ व्हाट AI will do, that what Sanjay Nirmal says, all these things. Now that what this question has to be answered by the officers. Now these questions will be answered by AI, because there will be a data in the system that in a particular proposals, category of the proposals or type of the proposals, what will be the predictability of approvals, what is the predictability of rejection, what are the points of the rejection, and what are the points up to what extent the proposals can be approved. For example, if you are submitting the plans and if you have proposed certain open spaces, so with that open spaces, either the plans will be approvable nature or not, that AI can give the answer, because AI, that system will have a lot of data, lot of proposals. So for example, nowadays, suppose if I take an example, since I am associate with this work since last around 10 years, so I have gone through so many proposals. Suppose in a month, if I am studying 100 proposals, so in a year more than 1,000 proposals. So in around this tenure, thousands of proposals I have studied. So when I go through the proposals, I can predict, so what can be approved, how much, to what extent it can be approvable, is it approvable or not approvable, what points are there which is to be complied with, or so many things. So this is I can predict on my experience. But what AI will do, AI will have certain data bank, and through that data bank, he will give the answer in seconds, and that will be available to you at any time. So you can ask the question, he will give the answer. You need not to go to any officer to ask that questions. Even Sanjay Nirmal says, you can ask the AI that in how much time period the proposal can be approved, or the file can be approved by municipal commissioner after coming to him. So AI will calculate the average time. Normally how much time commissioner takes to approve the file. So you will get the answer in normal course. Likewise. So even that now this is at very preliminary stage. So that software will get ready, it will be implemented, and then you will get the benefits and whatever be the details of that. But while we were discussing regarding the implementation preparation of this AI, on the first day of the meeting, Nirmal knows that municipal commissioner asked, then after implementation of this AI, what will be the work of municipal commissioner? So will it be automatically approved, or what it will be done? Then I say, sir, no, it cannot be approval automatically, but he can guide the things through municipal commissioner. He will study the proposals, and he can suggest to the municipal commissioner, this proposal is normally of a routine nature, wherein so many proposals earlier are already approved, but in this case this point is something different which is not approved earlier, like that. So he can give some suggestions, or he can, so AI can give some help to the municipal commissioner for approving or disapproving, or giving some remarks to particular point. So that is possible. But still, what Sanjay Nirmal rightly says, that even though these helps available in AI platform, still the officers has a discretion. Sukatme sir, sorry to say, but the municipal commissioner are giving the approvals, means you are asking the approvals normally under regulation 6B. Now if you read the text of regulation 6B, it says it is a discretionary power. So even though there are so many approvals given earlier or similar approvals are given, still every proposal, it's mentioned in the text of 6B, in the specific proposal, if there is a hardship and justification, then commissioner has to give the approval with his discretionary power by writing the reasons, recorded the reasons in writing. So that is the somewhat the text of that regulation 6B. So that's why municipal, before giving the approval to the concession under discretionary powers by the municipal commissioner, he has to apply the mind, then he has to ascertain that there is a hardship, there is a justification, and the reasons to be recorded in writing, means there must be a sufficient reason, and then only it can be given approval. It's normally the approvals are of two parts, in the two parts. One is a discretionary approval and one is a routine nature. Just like suppose if you are asking the approval of fungible FSI, staircase area, these are the routine nature. So there is no discretionary powers under that. But certain concessions like open spaces or other specific concessions which you are asking, some relaxation in parking requirement, driveways, or height of the basement or height of the podiums, driveway length or like that, curvature. So it has to apply certain discretions, and that can be allowed or disallowed by considering the hardship and justifications. So, but anyway, that all these things will get some guidance for you, and your work will definitely be easier. Even the officers will have a guidance, because officers are changing after 3 years. So every time new officers comes and he don't know about the earlier histories, and immediately he may not be in a position to cope up with the provisions of regulation, policies and all that thing. But after AI, he will immediately get the guidance from the system, and he can process the proposal on a faster manner. And even apart from that, there will be accountability, because everything will be recorded. How much time officer is taking to clear the file, what is his consistency, what is his rate of rejection, reasons of rejection, correctness of the reasons of rejection, or correctness of the reasons of approvals. All these things will be recorded in the system, and indirectly it will evaluate the performance of the officers. So that's why accountability will be increased, and automatically the performance of the officers will definitely increase. That will ultimately help to the architects and all the industry. So it will, in the second part, I am talking about the second part, that approval system. The approval system AI application will definitely help you for get faster, transparent, and an accurate manner. So that will be the conclusion of this AI system which BMC is preparing. It's very nice presentation done by Mr. Sanjay Nirmal and Vivek Bole sir also. It's a very nice thing. So you go ahead early, you start it early, so that it will be get benefited to the all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Unge sir. What Unge sir has rightly pointed out, that there are minute details and there are minute aspects which needs to be clarified, like open spaces, staircase, staircase open space deficiency, etc., elevation features, etc. All these prospects needs to be clarified, and it will take some time. Within a course of time, it can be rectified. Thank you, Unge sir. Now it's time for question answer session. I request all the speakers, Bhole sir, Sanjay Nirmal sir, and Jade sir, to please come on the dais.
Nirmal sir, good evening. My request to you is that, as you rightly pointed out, it's been a decade we are doing EODB. And I think right from start, Peata, my colleagues would agree. We are talking of intelligence, and the first word we use is rejection. Now, just example, Vivek sir's any software, he puts in question, does it come, sorry, your query is rejected? No, it won't come. So it should be a review, return for compliance, or in whatever. Rejection should be the last resort. We are talking of intelligence. Intelligence never believes in rejection. So I feel the first thing that we need to remove is the concept of rejection in AI. It should be either returned for compliance or reviewer in whatever form it may be, where an opportunity is given to the project proponent to correct it. So my humble request would be, sir, that at least after getting so much data, we must be aware that the intelligence does not say that it should be rejected.
There will be a positiveness.
Yeah, positiveness. Secondly, as far as building proposal department, we are functioning quite well. But other departments also need to be equally either trained or integrated in this format with us. Because there are, apart from building proposal, there are so much various NOCs, many of them are online. But so they too need to be integrated in this format as well. And it has been that they should also accept the AI formats. And lastly, sir, there have been zonal meetings at every level, chief engineer. So the working pattern that is adopted, that also needs to be updated in AI, because ultimately it's an operational system. Many times it lands up into interpretational difficulties where a system is created and working in every office. So that points also needs to be updated regularly into the AI system. Thank you.
Yes, you have perfectly pointed out, because artificial intelligence is learning from the regulations and history. It is literally a baby. We are train him, and thereafter we will test and we will implement it. So definitely we will follow the steps. As regards to the zonal limitations, definitely once the AI comes, so there will be elimination of zonal limitations. So it will be taken care right times.
Sir, I have a few comments to make from the past experience that we have had with Auto DCR for the last 15 years, and a few questions. One is you stressed in your presentation at 3 places that there has to be a proper drawing to be fed into the system. So that proper drawing is the pain point today with Auto DCR. All of us will agree, because we need to employ the same soft tech which has written the software to make Auto DCR drawing for us. Despite of 15 years, we are not able to make perfect drawings. Number one. Secondly, there is distinct asymmetry in access to the software. Sir, we generate the Auto DCR drawing at our office. When we run it, it runs perfectly in my office. When it runs in the municipal system, there's a data, there are errors, and only the soft tech engineers are able to debug them. So this asymmetry is something which is inherent in the system. I believe in the next version that we have, this asymmetry will go. These are the 2 comments. Now questions. So there are mistakes. When we submit proposals, there are mistakes that we also commit. Will this software be generated, will be learning from those mistakes and creating prompts? Because the basic of AI is self-learning. The software gets refined as we use it more and more. So is this software designed that way, or will it be designed that way? That is one question. And my one more question is, just give me a second. No, I have been taking notes when you are speaking. Secondly, what we saw is from the presentation, is this software designed to approve, or is this software a tool to design the project? See, because if somebody is going to tell me that with 33.7, if I add 33.12b or 12a, I would enhance the FSI. Okay, that much natural entrance, if we don't have, we are not fit to practice. We don't need AI prompt for that. So I think there is some amount of confusion. So is there a confusion, or what are we looking at? So these are the two questions.
Basically, definitely, it will learn from the mistakes, and it will definitely from start, like childhood, it will be tested and learn, make him learn from the earlier mistakes and whatever the changes are there. So first point is this. Regarding the drawing, so whatever the scrutiny model available with the officials, the same scrutiny model will be available at the downline. The moment you upload, it will directly be scrutinized. So there will not be change during the scrutiny of the officials and during the submission of at your stage. So second point, it will be cleared. And third, you asked about the drawing requirement. Yes, drawing requirement, definitely we all are aware what are the drawing requirement, and you all are associated with this redevelopment or development process. So we collectively review this application, collectively review this and thereafter proper testing, it will be implemented. So it will take time. Yes.
Can I ask Vivek and Sushil? Generally, I'm been teaching for so many years, right? Now in college, when somebody copies something, he's condemned. We don't tolerate copies. In Bombay University, you are rusticated for 3 years if you copy somebody one's design. Now, as we all say, this AI has a data of the designs done by other architects all over the world. And by mix and matching, the images are created. So basically, when I do something original, I get satisfaction of doing original design. So do you both get any satisfaction of doing any original design?
So, it is very valid question, as you said, because it takes references from some kind of data. So I would rather counter question this same statement. So when we design something as a human biological brain, so what inspires us? It is something which is in memory. It is something in your our intuitive brain which works. Somewhere you had seen some ambience which has to be you want to be followed in your design. Somewhere you have seen some features. So it remains in your intuitive brain, and it comes out while you are on the board. So same ways AI uses its intuitive brains, but with millions of references. There is other aspect to my same statement. So when it takes, in fact, when the AI takes the references from various other architects' works, so there are chances of me as losing my design identity, so my style. So I may get influenced by other architect because of the ChatGPT and these AI tools. So which is, I think, not justifiable as an academic scenario.
Academic judgment, right?
Academic judgment, we can say it. But we always design from some intuitive power. So it is not original always. Somewhere you have seen something and you are copying it.
So have you seen any actor mimicking Amitabh Bachchan and became Amitabh Bachchan? So many of them, they do the mimicry. Amitabh ka karte, Shah Rukh ka karte. any successful one. Now they used to say, Shahrukh ka acting Dilip Kumar se match karta hai. How much matching? There will be always some similarity. Her building ko khidki hoti hai. Okay? So now you cannot say कि they are similar. What AI is doing is helping you to find the form. In a typical residential building, it is hardly anything. 2012 में तो you know what had happened. I thought my career is over. You know? Elevation, it was not needed only. वो भला हो किसी का जिसने parking दुगना कर दिया. And again, design architects got some work. Otherwise, plan banao, chhajja dalo, chapter closed. Okay, but now with these tools, you actually can find more rational forms. Okay, you got the form. Again, further rationalization, you need different tools. Like I showed you, the parametric tools, the building information modeling tools. Because everything what is generated out of AI is not rational. It is beautiful, but it is not rational. As of now, it is not. Okay, what is going to happen in near future? Right now it is there. There is a cloud assistant. It captures your screen. It detects what you are doing, and it guides you. Eventually, the assistants like this, LLM assistants, they will in fact find your fault while you are drafting, and you mark an area, cloud the area, you tell him, do the detailing of this, and it will draft the detailing also. Okay, that kind of assistance will be there. But it will take some time, maybe few months or few years probably. So right now, satisfaction, you don't get out of form finding. You get satisfaction out of rationalizing those forms. Exactly. Designing, see, for a typical residential building, what kind of satisfaction you get? It's a typical residential building bounded by so many regulations. No, we get satisfaction out of the payment we got from the client. Yes. Yeah.
निर्मल सरांना हा प्रश्न आहे की आतापर्यंत ऑटो डी सी आरचा आपला जवळपास 15 वर्षाचा एक्सपिरियन्स आहे. आता मला एक तुम्ही सांगा की ऑटो डी सी आरच्या डेव्हिएशनचे 2 टाईप्स आहेत. एक आमच्या एरर्स आहेत आणि दुसऱ्या ऑटो डी सी आरच्या एरर्स आहेत. वेअर इज द कमिटी इज फॉर्म टू रेक्टिफाय दॅट ऑटो डी सी आर एरर्स. आय फाइंड सेम एरर्स टिल टुडे. So how will you rectify this first? Then you go for the automation of the auto DCR drawings. Because we are not rectifying the auto DCR for 15 years. So how will you rectify your AI which is a baby? साहेबांनी आता काय सांगितलं आपल्याला की AIचं ऑटो DCR स्क्रुटिनी करायला अजून एखादा वर्ष जाईल आणि you are implementing date is 31st March. So auto DCR, AI is not going up to that level, so that it will it won't screw the regulation scrutiny. It will give you an area. So that maturity still it is not there, and we are planning to implement it by 31st March. How you are planning it to do it?
Sir, it is a implementation. A 1,000-mile journey starts from single mile. So it is just the implementation we started. And you are one of the committee member in that intelligence team. So you definitely will guide us in future. No.
So AI will be different, but auto DCR is the first.
No, sir, आता जे आपण what the committee we have established, no? So we will definitely do
I
something.
think I'll just take it from, not from him. Make a change and bring a change. There are two different aspects. Making a change is, let's make a change. It's a statement. Bringing a change is step by step, as you rightly said. So like in the auto DCR system, we are having a whole system in place. Digitization is done. Everything is online. Everything is transparent. Very welcome. There are certain small aspects which we can begin with as an AI. So like, for example, installment. The deputy chief engineer accepts it, it goes to audit. It is an absolute Excel file. There is nothing to check in it. It is a formula 12% interest, 8.5% interest, this is paid, the remainder interest. Let us begin the AI journey with small steps first. It will bring a lot of confidence on the other side. The moment small targets are achieved, then the bigger journey will be very easy and more acceptable. There would be many such things. So when you say after AI NOC lena hai, so then we have to think which NOCs can be probably got into the domain of AI, which may not be required. Certain things are already there, done by you, SWM, it's all auto-generated. The focus would be from smaller and the larger battles will automatically be won.
Complete revolution will take time, but
Absolutely.
definitely we are started, and we definitely reach what we desire.
Anybody has any questions? Chiplunkar sahib.
Very small question. Whatever AI we are developing, BMC is developing, so that will be fitted with all 15 years database, right? All approvals and all. So whether, as even Unge sir said, that for an architect, he will know that whether his plans may be approved or what are the chances, what is the predictability. So whether that AI will be open to at least to the LS and architects, or it will be only act as an advisory tool for the municipal engineers and will remain within the four walls of BMC. If it is remaining within the four walls, then it is of no use to the fraternity.
Sir, as I mentioned during the presentation, there will be a chatbot where you will ask the questions and you will get the response. The response will be based on the historic data. So that Suyog sir has mentioned that if 3312B will be applicable, or if it is applicable, then if it is incorporated in the proposal, then FSI will be more. Like these questions, definitely it will respond like based on the historic data, sir. But yes, definitely it will be available to the public at large on the basis of the questions those are being asked to the chatbot. Yeah.
आता हे जे ऑटोकॅडचे सॉफ्टवेअर्स फ्री अवेलेबल आहेत सगळ्यांना यांचे AIचे, तसा हे तुमचं ऑटो डिसरचं येणारं सॉफ्टवेअर ॲटलिस्ट 1 to 2 years तरी फ्री द्या सगळ्यांना.
नाही, इट इज अ कम्प्लिटली फ्री सर. येस, chatbot is completely free.
Chatbot नाही, see, everybody has to operate that package at his office. They cannot test your package on your screen. Online. So it should be, yeah.
Yes, no, this will be.
So it's like we are using
before submission. Once you upload this drawing in the system, no, it will be definitely checked, and you will be the shortfalls will be communicated.
I think, sir,
displayed.
The question is that Auto DCR software for running in our office, we have a particular fee, and there is an update which we pay for, and we run the software, and of course then it is uploaded in the system, and the sub-engineer runs the system in your office, in the BMC office, and then it is uploaded, and then it is sent with the deviation report or no deviation report. AI is a very high-level tool. All the AIs which we understood are available at free or are at a subscription. Now, this is a planning authority software for the ease of helping us as a process. It is easing not only our side, it is easing your side also. So this software of AI, let's say there is an AI portal which will come up. So there will be something where somebody will put up a drawing. Now the BMC, I will log in and I will put a drawing into the system. The system will tell me that, okay, this drawing is right, wrong, or whatever it may be. I think when it evolves. Is that going to be chargeable?
No, it will not.
It is not. Oh, that's a good thing to hear.
It will not be chargeable. It will not be chargeable. Joint generation is in CAD.
Today it is in their software.
No, say, I'm asking
You will
different
have to
questions.
prepare
You
the
told
drawing
us
in
that
CAD.
while preparing a drawing, you will get a prompt. So if I prepare a drawing and then uploads, I don't get a prompt at the time of the preparing a drawing. So it shall be made available to us before preparing a drawing.
No, whatever the drawing you prepare, now you just need to upload, and once moment you before submission.
No, but then
Before submission.
So see, but that is for the auto DCR. It will check. See what happens if I plan drawing in my office. If I get a prompt, I will make it corrections. and I submit a corrected drawing. So otherwise आज तो हमको एक ही कंसोल मिलता है, एक 1 hour operation. How much time I will spend time on the correcting a drawing on the console?
Sir, the moment you upload the drawing, no, there is a need to upload the drawing.
But Nirmal sir, the intent of the government and corporation is to make this software available free to the stakeholders. That is the intent. That is a very welcome gesture. That is the idea.
It's not
that is to anyway when we make an application, it is to be uploaded.
अरे बाबा कुछ भी फ्री नहीं होता है रे बाबा. There is no free lunches.
Sir, yeah, Vivek sir.
There are no free lunches, है ना? अच्छा, जो छोटा सा सॉफ्टवेयर दिखा ना, परप्लेक्सिटी, today's valuation, Indian आदमी है, today's valuation is $20 billion. The software, if we could make that, 50 billion तो कोई भी दे देगा. Okay, it is that kind of intelligence we are expecting. So what is going to happen? I'll give you some realistic future for this. There will be some LLM which will accept CAD as data. Okay, it can relate your CAD and give you some feedback. The day it happens, you can expect something. By that time, they have used some LLM to make their AI. Now, I have seen their software, of course, used it. It is basically a programming customization within CAD. It is not CAD. We Indians cannot replace AutoCAD. Even today, we could not. हाँ तो हम लोग छोटा सा utility लिखते हैं, then we say okay, we are programmers. Okay, that utility has got no interface to connect with LLM because I have tried that. Okay, because I am doing a lot of programming in CAD. I am doing programming in C#. I tried to connect. I tried Python to do that. It's a tough job. Okay, so ये इतना जल्दी कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. So let's ऐसा keep on trying. Someday we'll succeed. Okay.
The intent is there and it is very welcome. And we are as an
one
association.
Thing is there. इसमें क्या हो रहा है? Every month there are 200 AI softwares. Out of them 5 चल जाते, बाकी के fail हो जाते हैं और market में से out हो जाते हैं. Trust me for this. तो आज जो successful है वो कल I used to use that lookex like anything. आज subscription है. We don't open it. Okay. So गया थोड़ी देर के बाद वो कंपनी बंद हो जाएगी. So whatever they do, they will have to keep on updating so fast, and they will have to adopt some platform. आज किया हुआ सब undo हो जाएगा, waste हो जाएगा. See, intent is good. We are working on that. समझो चलना चालू किया है. We may succeed, we may not. Chances bright है कि अपने को किसी और का सहारा लेना पड़ेगा.
But I personally feel on this conversation with Nirmal Saab's presentation is that there is a spectrum of things to do. As Unge Saab said, there is a planning side and there is an approving side. So the approving side, there are so many things which can be, like Unge Saab said, lot of data will be given. Vile Parle मध्ये height कमी आहे, इकडे तुम्ही थोडंसं सोलियत द्या. Lands are 20,000 square meter. Generally इकडे एवढे एरिया देत नाही. So these kind of data are not related to your LLM and CAD. These kind of data can be AI generative, and it could be used in the first phase, which would by itself simplify a substantial part of the AI thing. The integration of drawing, putting inside and saying, oh, drawing is okay, and chalo IOD घेऊन टाका, that would be a little far-fetched, as we understand, and which is understood. But the remaining parts, at least, let us begin the journey, and it is free. That is very important.
Okay, so what is happening? PDF has got a different way of interpreting entities. Our CAD entities are like line, circle, okay? And then there are complex entities like block. There are further more complex entities like external reference, and they are using extended data. So I have seen their software. So they use X-data, okay? And then there is something called as, I forgot the name. I'll remember it. I'll tell you offline. That kind of data is lost when you convert the drawing into PDF. So PDF is not that intelligent. When you convert PDF to CAD again, there are online utilities available. You get the CAD, but it is not intelligent CAD. The way you convert Revit drawing into CAD, you lose lot of data, lot of intelligence out of that Revit drawing is lost. You know? So similar happens when you do it in PDF. So what they are doing right now, I have seen the way your software is working, AutoDCR is working. Every polyline is given particular layer and some extended data. Okay, so that goes in the background, the memory. So that will be lost when you convert it into PDF. Okay, but there are ways and means of doing it. Okay, you can actually convert this particular drawing into some different format. Because we are using AutoCAD or their software, preferred software is AutoCAD, we are sticking to that particular programming language. It is not matured one.
Sir, only thing is why I am asking you, we have tried some PDF drawings for scrutiny of the parkings. Right, I just selected only one, object. So all the parking data or the parking layouts, and then I fed that with the new fort, plus with the DCPRs, plus with the NBC, and it has given me a beautiful audit reports. So if the parking drawings, he is able to read the drawings, parking drawings. So if able to read the parking drawings and generating a beautiful audit report, why not open space deficiency and such simple things?
Okay, what it is doing, PDF drawing right now is getting converted into image data.
Correct, so it's raster, yeah.
Okay, raster. And the raster data right now, most of the AI softwares, all the LLMs, they are being able to read.
Correct.
And respond to.
Yeah.
So that is why it is happening. But it is very difficult to measure or segregate the data. The intelligence of the data is lost to a lot of extent. Okay.
I agree, but when he is able to give parking, why open spaces? See, we don't require, as you people are doing all quantity surveying and all so many detailing stuff. The scrutiny from DCPR point of view is not so much detailing stuff. As you people are doing.
I know. It can be written in a different language. They have adopted AutoCAD as their, environment.
Okay.
So once you adopt some environment and do the customization within that environment, uska bhi ek boundary. You got bound to the limitations of that software itself.
Correct. No, but the only problem is that reading AutoCAD and doing all that things may take 1 year. So that is the issue.
Yes.
For the vote of thanks, Hamza, please.
Okay, there is one person who is
raising. There's one more person left. Acha. The last question, after which we have the vote of thanks. Thank you, the people, the speakers, and for the lovely answering of questions. The last question.
I'm assuming it is for him.
सर नमस्कार, माझा प्रश्न विवेक सरांना आहे. सर आपण 30 वर्षांपासून प्रोग्रामिंग करत आहात, बाकी सगळ्या नवीन गोष्टींबरोबर तुम्ही एक्सपेरिमेंट करत आहात. आज तुम्ही 2 वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या ऑटोकॅडमध्ये युटिलिटीज किंवा काही नवीन गोष्टी बनवलेल्या आहेत. सर आज जेव्हा AI सारखी गोष्ट येते आहे तेव्हा आर्किटेक्ट्सला किंवा जे काही प्रोफेशनल्स आहेत त्यांना त्यांची प्रॅक्टिस किंवा ते जे काही कामं करत आहेत किंवा ते काय प्रॉब्लेम्स फेस करत आहेत हे जेव्हा कम्प्युटरबरोबर डिस्कशन्स करायचे असेल किंवा कामं करायचे असतील तर कुठल्या प्रकारची प्रोग्रामिंग लँग्वेज ही आर्किटेक्ट्सने बघू शकतात म्हणजे बेसिक लेवलला वेन वी आर एबल टू कम्युनिकेट विथ दॅट particular AI or anything, because today there are only tools which we can access. They are ChatGPT or something which large LLMs only. But how we can train ourselves, or what will be that direction, or what language one can learn so he can make himself aware and get into some kind of penetration into whatever we are doing.
Both my kids are learning in US colleges. They are doing architecture. One is in masters, the other one is in first year. So their day first, when there was parents orientation, they said, we are going to teach your children 80 different softwares. His first presentation was in Unreal Engine. And in the second semester, he was taught coding. Okay, so coding is important in our system, our educational system, or even our practice. We don't give importance to that. Right now, whatever I learned or experience, whatever I gained through coding, it is little redundant because of AI. AI is writing codes for me, but at least I can read what it has written. I'm utilizing those codes. So the best code, the easiest is Lisp. Okay, any CAD software accept Lisp. You want to go little ahead, then there are Visual Basic. Then there are different scripting languages, like SketchUp I use Ruby script. For Revit, for Rhino, I use Python and C#. So once you have got hold of that logic of the programming, then every language is almost same. Only the syntax change.
I think being an architect, if you want to get into, want to concentrate on the design part of it, I found Rhino and the Grasshopper as the best combination as of now. So which is parametric design. So there are multiple parameters, multiple plugins. Food for Rhino, there is one website wherein you get multiple of plugins which are related to sustainability, which are related to the sun path or any other generative forms, any tessellations or strip morphology, anything you can find it out. So as an architect, we should use that tool. I would prefer. It has little bit of the languaging also, the Python as sir said. So Python you can always learn, which is futuristic language, I think. Thanks.
Thanks to all the three speakers, because they have been bombarded with so many plenty of questions. Thanks a lot for clearing the doubts of all my audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for wrap up. So I thank on behalf of Peata to all the stakeholders, our respected officers, colleagues, engineers, architects. And I would like to also say that such conferences and such seminars shall be held, filled with fun, etc., so that we all should grow professionally, and I think fun and work shall go together so that we all should grow. I thank everyone for devoting so much of time for this event.